There we go. Thank you. So basically, they've given us a 3-step launch plan. And this is actually from Jace Lundgren. I know they kind of stole it from her. She was kind of the originator also of Power Hours. So it's just a walkthrough of how you can set up your launch plan. I'm going to let you guys look through this. I'm not going to do the boring teacher thing and read it to you, but take a look at it because it will help you set up and plan, which I think is a lot of our issues is we don't know where do we start, and you get that analysis paralysis of what do I do, when do I do it? But it literally gives you dates, and it even has a calendar in the bottom here of when the launches are and some posting ideas that you can do, whether it's in a bod group or on your social media. So it's kind of an interesting thing. They're going more towards, I think, what people are paying other people to provide, and Beachbody's actually finally starting to do this, which is kind of nice, as opposed to just here's the dates and here's the packs, sell them. So take a look at that. I think for those of you who need help and really want a calendar to plan something out, this is something you could use and customize yourself. And then let's get right into the actual.
Can't hear you, Mike.
Oh no, can you hear me, Melinda? Oh, okay, maybe I was just quiet. Let's get right into the actual launch. Sorry, one sec. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of the bare bones, just the basic questions. Again, I'm not going to go through the actual challenge packs and prices. I'll put all those in a link. You'll have those. It's a little bit more expensive than past programs by about, well, you'll see, about 30 bucks. But you're getting a whole bunch more equipment with this one, especially the tracker. So it is a little bit different. It's going to be more in the lines of like 80-day obsession, where you had a lot more equipment, so it's a little bit more expensive. But I think it's something that for a lot of us, and you look at the top 50 coaches, I would say half of them are there because of 80-day obsession. 80-day obsession was a massive program for people. Because it got them a lot of people who realized they wanted to coach. And that's going to be the same with this one. Yes, I think the 75% for me, maybe 80, will be my existing clientele. That's who I'm going to focus on. But if you want to expand your business, I honestly think this is the type of program that will bring coaches into the business. Just like 80-day obsession did. I don't know why they're just autumn groups, but also 21 Day Fix was like the mega expander of this entire network. So every time autumn has a program, it seems to be a massive, massive coach builder. So that's something I would do. A couple other real quick ones. There's no music in it. They want you to listen to your own music. It's kind of along the theme of Control Freak. It's like, no, I don't want to listen to autumn's. I want my own music. It's the whole thing is taking back control. I think it's perfect timing with COVID. I think it's perfect timing for the new year. They're planning on this. I think they have 700% more Shakeology than they normally need for this launch. And I'm going to tie that into this. Muscle Burns Fat was the biggest launch up until now. They've doubled it. So, and it was a big launch. One of the things you're going to see is there's digital access. Most of the top coaches are trying to get them to take it off. They don't even want digital access for this for a couple reasons. You cannot do the program without the equipment. There's no real workaround for it. You need the control track, and you need the ball, and you need a step, and you need weights. So what they're trying to do is kind of incorporate and help you build out your home gym. A lot of people will have a step already. A lot of people have the weights already. The ball, yeah, you could probably figure that out, but the control track is the one that you're going to need. And so they actually might even take off digital only access and make it just the accessory pack that's available to people. The track needs to be attached to a door. However, if you work in an area where there is no door, you technically can attach it to a stud in the middle of your wall. And it's, without getting into the details, they're gonna explain all this. It's basically a screw with a hook on the end of it, like a ring hook, and then a carabiner. Those are the only two things you need to get at the hardware store. And then you can make the track set up yourself anywhere in the middle of a room. It's a little sketchy to me to ask somebody to find a stud on their wall and then attach a piece of equipment to it, but that's the option for some people. Now, we just got off a call at 3 o'clock this afternoon about fulfillment issues, because a lot of things are late again, and it wasn't because of a back order of items like it was with COVID. What the way they described it was a massive, colossal, I can't even remember the exact terminology, of a failure in their warehouse system, meaning the fulfillment companies that were handling Beachbody, they basically crashed and got hacked into, I think, and they've been down for almost 2 weeks. So they've been taking orders, but they haven't shipped anything in about a week. You may see some delays right now, but they haven't been able to ship anything. They've still been paying coaches, but they haven't technically been able to take credit card payment for some things. So just as a heads up, it's not a supply issue. It's not an inventory issue. They've now got 2 separate fulfillment companies that they're dealing with in case this happens again, because they had all their eggs in one basket. So just as a heads up, but when they're thinking it'll be back to normal by the end of November, they should be totally caught up. And again, these are just delays. It's not out of stock or out of inventory. But for this launch, they're expecting to be 100% back up to speed with no back orders. And Carl came on and explained absolutely everything, exact numbers. He apologized and said, I understand. It's impossible for you to run a company and run your own business and not know when the heck something's coming in. He goes, I apologize. He goes, this one was out of our control. Anyway, just so you know, it should be fine for the launch. Any questions on fulfillment
Yeah, I'm curious about, because it's affecting Andrea, my coach.
Yeah.
She sent me a screenshot. So somebody that just ordered a challenge pack, their stuff's delayed, but something along the lines of she's going to be charged an extra shipping fee, but then Beachbody, it said in the email, Beachbody's going to reimburse it later on.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Send it to me.
Okay.
And I'll ask them what it means, because that's ridiculous.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Okay, where were we here? Okay, will there be a sample workout? No. They're not doing an actual sample workout for this because you need the equipment. I think there is still the one that is up, the 18-minute one that she did for Summit. No, is that gone too? And leadership? Let me take a look, but they're not going to do a sample one. They're going to do kind of a first look where they'll give you a few demos and things. A lot of people were saying most of their customers just watch the sample anyway. But it's coming up on the 30th, and it'll be a first look. It won't be a traditional sample because a lot of people were asking about that. Will there be a mega pack option? No, they haven't had that the last couple times. And again, I think that's from an inventory perspective. I think it's smart of them to limit it just so people don't wipe them out. Key launch dates, November 30th is when that first look is up. December 7th is the coach launch date, and the VIP training in her boot camp for people who sign up as a coach or a VIP. And then the 21st is the customer launch. 90% of the people I've talked to and in the roundtable group are all starting on January 4th, which makes sense. Even if people sign up as a coach, which for me, and I know Co's like, not again, not going through that again. I can't see your face, so I don't know if you're laughing or giving me the finger.
I'm laughing.
Okay. For me, it's 9 weeks. It's a perfect time to tell somebody, well, you're going to be doing this for 9 weeks. You may as well sign up as a discount coach. So your second one is discounted as well. That's how I'm going to present it. You can present it how you like, but it's a great way to get somebody into this as a VIP or a discount coach and potentially a coach. I'm thinking anybody new who signs up with this, I'm hoping they're going to want to coach anyway. So why not get them started early? So the 4th will give them time to get all their information, to get their package in and be ready to go on the 4th. Perfect after as a New Year's resolution as well. Anybody have any other dates they were thinking of? Some people had said December 28th, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me logistically. I want to have fun on, New Year's Eve, et cetera, et cetera. But it seems like a good date to start. Will people who purchase a pack in November? Yes, you'll get a promo code. How do I get these off? You'll get a promo code for 9 week when it launches in December. Anybody who purchased between November 1st and December 3rd, you'll get a promo code for 30% off the accessory bundle or digital streaming, which again, I hope they take off. And please just unmute yourself and ask questions as you go. I literally can't see anybody.
Quick question for you, Mike. When you said 30% off, does that include a completion pack then? Or no, is it just?
Just for the accessory bundle or digital streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike, if I can interject quickly, I just saw in the chat today, Kim Carver said, because everyone was like, what is the point of the digital streaming? Because the biggest thing they said to us was you need the equipment for this program. So why do the digital streaming? That's just asking for a disaster, like clients going, well, maybe I won't do it. So Kim Carver today said they're looking at getting rid of it. So just FYI.
Yeah, that was, they'd mentioned that on the call today as well, hoping. And I'll let you guys look at it, but as an example, digital or the accessory bundle is, I think, $85 Canadian, and it's 75 TV, which is, they've actually increased it a lot. So yeah, it's a perfect way to get somebody active again, who might be a discount coach, who's fallen off, but it is a lot of TV, which should hopefully increase income as well for a lot of people. Where are we here? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, what did I do? I lost the slide there. Is equipment required? Yes, 4 pieces of equipment, the control track, the core ball, which is basically like, it's just a little bit smaller than a basketball, dumbbells, and then the step. And we're gonna get into the step in a sec here. There you go. What about the step? It is not included. And Carl explained today a good reason is they don't want the step holding up any challenge packs going out. That, and I said he thinks they have about 30,000 left over from Transform 20 anyways. And those are the ones they're gonna ship out, and it'll basically, for the steps, it'll be a first come, first serve. You'll get 15% off when you check out if you don't have one. They're assuming the majority of people, because the majority of people who buy these are coaches, already have one. And worst case scenario, that might be something people have to either manipulate from home or buy something online. But they're not replenishing their actual steps. They're not bringing a massive amount of inventory in for those, because it is a nightmare to inventory. But they figure based on, they should have enough for the first 3 weeks. After that, people may need to purchase something off Amazon, which might end up being cheaper anyway. But that was their explanation of the step. Nutrition programs integrated. Yes, both of them. UPF, it's autumn. So obviously it's going to be recommended that Ultimate Portion Fixes, but there's support for both of them. And again, both packs will include digital access to both nutrition programs. As I posted that graphic earlier, they're slowly adding that to all the programs. I don't know why anyone would actually buy a Shift Shop specific program anymore, but let's skip on to that. Okay, program overview really quick. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail with this. It's basically 9 weeks, 45 workouts, 5 days a week with 2 rest days. Now, a lot of people love the stretching and the recovery days in Muscle Burns Fat. So they're really focusing on that with this program as well. And you're going to see 3 different phases with each phase 3 weeks long. I love 18 to 30 minutes. I think the one either at Leadership or Summit was 18 minutes. And ask Rachel, I know both of us were sweaty. And then there's the equipment you're going to get. Weekly workout days. You got the 1 day that's total body, 1 day that's Tabata. Tabata is basically death by cardio. And then there's 3 days of DCT. Density is basically a mix of endurance and strength. Complex is muscle endurance, and Tabata is like these 4-minute cardio bursts. That's what you're going to do on those days. And then the 2 rest days, of which they're hoping you do controlled stretching. So any questions on anything so far? Seems like a good program. People are pretty jacked about it. And then you get a bunch of bonus workouts and then remote control for when you're traveling and perhaps don't have dumbbells or a step. You can always travel with the control track with you is what they're thinking. So the worst case scenario, you have that. Autumn's going to have a Spotify playlist. You can play your own. And I'm going to show you the brag board and the daily sheets. This is the brag board. It actually looks pretty cool. It's 18 by 18 dry erase. I like the branding behind this. It's kind of fun to me from a social media perspective. And they're really starting to come up, even producing Zoom backdrops is kind of cool, the stuff that they're doing. Hopefully you guys can incorporate those into your stories. Probably starting Monday, how do I say this? Because this is recorded. Not my favorite trainer from a delivery perspective, but my favorite programs. So I'm going to be, and I don't even follow Ultimate Portion Fix, but I'm probably going to switch to that because it's for this program. And I know some of you can't, some of you are hardcore 2B mindset. I'm a hardcore 2B mindset. But to me, it's all part of this job is promoting her. I'm going to talk about a couple things that I think you guys can do in your group. And I've seen some other groups do this. I thought it was a cool idea, and until someone told me it wasn't my idea, is within my challenge group, I'm going to start doing not cooking classes, but give them the meal like 3-4 days ahead. And then we're going to try and cook something together. And they're all going to be Ultimate Portion Fix recipes from Fixate. So I don't know if we want to do that as a group. If you'd be fun, you're more than welcome to do it with me. I don't know how many people are going to do it. Maybe you can join in and try and see. I don't know what you think about that, but I just think that might be something cool, to talk about on social media, to show people, especially during COVID, but also to get your group kind of excited about it coming up and start helping them with nutrition. Because I know with my group, nutrition right now is what they're struggling with the most. Any thoughts on that or any problems you see with that happening? I should look because I don't even know if people are still on here. Yes, they are.
Hey, Mike, going back to the, not about cooking, but about the program, those rest and stretch out workouts, those are, I think it's really important to note, those are meant to do like at night, right? Before you go to sleep, sort of like a before bed, get ready for a really good sleep.
Yes, and or on your off days.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's your daily tracking sheet. You can print these off and put them in a little binder yourself. They don't actually give you them in a workbook. People were hoping they were. And it was funny because we didn't know, Tanya Barron was on the call, who's for those of you, she was in Insanity. She's a coach. It was Autumn actually logged in as her on the call. And at one point she said, hey, print it off, staple it together. There you go. Suck it up. You've solved your own problem. And everybody was kind of like, okay, she means business. And that's just the way Autumn is. Because someone said, oh, why don't they just bind these? And I really like it in a little folder. Well, apparently Autumn did not like that. So that's your control tracker. It's kind of like any other one, like with Lift 4. But again, you don't get the actual hard copy. Program overview, we've gone through this. The stretch programs, it'll be cool. They're actually going to go on the rest and recovery part as well, so that you can build up that section, which I think is really cool. Again, I love how they're expanding the programs, including the unstress, relaxation, and now this controlled stretch. There's 45 different ones. So yeah, and again, I don't think I've done, does anybody know how many of these, are you allowed to do one a year for your results? You used to be able to get a t-shirt after every program you completed.
I think you still can. Melinda, someone had that conversation in our group the other day, didn't they?
I don't know. My girls all put in their MBF one and they got their shirts for that.
Cool.
It's not one a year. It should be one for every program that you do.
Yeah, it used to be, then they switched it to one a year, but maybe they've gone back to this. So,
But that's for like the general shirt, right? Like Jeff said, for the goal setter shirt.
yeah, I don't know how it works. I'll find out. Oh yeah, sorry again, $20 off all 9-week packs. We're going to get into the price in a sec. Here's a couple promotions for first time enrolling coaches. They get 30% off the accessory bundle as well. For people who enrolled in 2020 but haven't yet earned an SC point, if they earn your first SC point in November, you get the 30% off. And then there's a couple other clothing bonuses, and I'll show you the clothing here. These were the ones that I'd kind of shown. There's the trucker hat, the timeless tank, excuse me, a t-shirt, hoodie, and the signature tank. Kind of fun. I like it. It's kind of like 80s retro. And then packs pricing, I'm gonna let you guys go through this yourself. But that's how the control track works. It's kind of like an alternative, I guess they're saying, to whatever that machine is, and they're trying to show you how much. These are just examples. They haven't sent this out yet. But that's basically what the track is. There's 2 parts to it. They showed us, it's quite easy to set up. I'm not even going to show you digital, but that's your accessory bundle. It is for coaches, it's $89. For regular people, it's $120 Canadian with 75 PV. So it definitely makes somebody active. I think it's a good deal, and you get early access. They also are trying to get them to change the name of this from just accessory bundle, because people don't know you actually get early access as well in this. So they need to call it early access plus accessories, I think. And that's what everybody's trying to get them to change. And I'll just show you a completion pack and a regular challenge pack. So your price is $235 Canadian for a challenge pack and $205 for a completion pack for the base. Still a pretty good deal for $200 if you think of everything that's in there. And there's your deluxe for both. I'll skip France. That's it. Oh, and if you go in the back office, a lot of this stuff is all in there now. Graphics, pictures. I'll put this whole thing in a file for you guys as well, along with the BOD groups one, just so you guys can take a look at this and review it whenever you want. But everything's in the back office, including this file here. I'm just going to stop the share. Oh, I think they're even coming up with stories as well. But all sorts of images and things you can access. There's already before and afters up, I think, in there. So, or if not, they're going to be coming. So yeah, it should be good. Any questions? I went through that fast, but no, deer in headlights, everybody.
I have
No
a
questions, Michael. Oh, sorry.
You mentioned about the step. I
Mhm.
didn't see the step in the completion pack there. So,
No, steps are not in any of them. They're offered when you check out at a discount.
okay.
So I think it's 15% off regular as an add-on, mainly because I would say 70% of the people who buy this already probably have a step from Transform 20. Just guessing. Hands up if you have a step already. Yeah, about half. So that's why. And it's probably something, it must be a logistical nightmare based on the size from a warehouse perspective
Yeah.
and the shipping, how much it must cost to ship those. So
Okay. Thanks.
Megan,
Yes, Michael?
do you have a question?
No, I was just, you said, did anybody have questions? And nobody was saying anything, so I
Yeah.
said, nobody has questions. That was
Filling,
it.
filling air. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, a couple other things. So as far as promotion for this, like regular, I mean, I'm going to start talking about it. To Be Mindset was by far my best launch, and I did well because I talked about it nonstop. I find the more you lead into it, the more you drop little things, and it doesn't have to be 9-week control freak, but the more you start, the earlier you start. Yet I think, and Deb probably agrees, don't start like an info group too far ahead either, because you get lost in that. But from your social media, the earlier you start talking about portion control, about this amazing program coming up where you're going to take back control, something for the new year. Oh my God, we're doing these in our group. We're actually doing Zoom cooking classes together to help everybody, get control of their nutrition, heading it. The more you start talking about it now, the more people are going to come back and see you and start asking you what you're doing. Info group, I'm going to buy that info group from Pixel and Hue, and I'll probably have the one from Mompreneur as well. I just find the Mompreneur one overwhelms me. There's so much info in there, and I feel like there's too much. And then there'll be stories coming out for December group. And then I'm going to do the cooking thing within my group. Would anybody else do that with their group? I couldn't see your faces when I was doing it, whether you thought I was insane or what.
I like the cooking thing. I would do that. I would do like, so what you're thinking is when you launch like week 1, this is what I was thinking is choose a meal and do a Zoom cook as part of Ultimate Portion Fix once a week for the 9 weeks. Is that what you were thinking?
Definitely, but I'm going to start it next week with my current challengers
Oh, okay.
as well. And just to be like on Tuesday, I'll pick a menu out of Ultimate Portion Fix or Fixate. And I say, hey guys, X amount, I'll do a poll, whatever time works. We're going to do this together. Let's get on Zoom and cook this together. And we can ask questions about containers, ones that I probably won't be able to answer because I haven't done it in forever, but I'll have Google there.
Okay. I may wait and do it in the actual
Yep.
group. The other thing, I just started like a week ago, really talking about Autumn again. And I even do screenshots of her stories. I don't even know if I'm supposed to do screen recordings. Is that legal? I don't know. But it's not like I don't give her credit and she benefits. And not every day, but actually probably once a day, I refer to her or her programs in some way to reintroduce her to my audience as it's growing and talk about the benefits of whether it's her Ultimate Portion Fix and the workouts. And then all of December, I'm doing a hybrid autumn calendar. So then it'll be always on my stories, autumn, 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 autumn. That's all they are seeing and the results. And then you can come in with the early launch talking about, and I'll start talking about legit 9-week control freak, like November 30th is the Monday.
Yeah, I'll drop. I think I dropped the autumn hybrid.
Yeah,
calendar.
I think Krista dropped it back when I couldn't
Yeah.
find it as usual. I was disorganized.
I'll put it all in one post with all the information so people can see it. But yeah, it's not rocket science, these launches. It's just a little bit of consistency. I mean, you can go crazy like Co did last time and lose half her sanity. She's not going to do that again. But it showed you what like this level of I'm all in looks like. You can still do this level of all in. It's just a matter of consistency and talking to people and building those relationships. That's all it is. I know I say that's all it is. Makes it seem simple, but it's finding the time, but it's just being consistent. Yeah, it should be a fun program. I'm looking forward to it personally, to kick my ass, because I've been starting and stopping programs for the last 9 months. And I usually stop after about 8 days. And then I start something else again, and I stop after 8 days. I don't think I've finished a program since COVID started. So I need this. I think I got 9 days into 75 hard.
Well, I almost died, so there's that.
Yeah, that's true.
I literally had to stop because I almost.
Does this time work for people for calls? And again, I don't want to have calls just for the sake of having a call. It's not, it'll be something worthwhile. Saturday.
Katie can come on next week too. She's like bummed that she couldn't come on tonight. She's a teacher and doing report cards, and she thought that she would be farther ahead than she is on her report cards. So what she asked though, and I totally get it, because Katie's one of our success starters who hit SC in the first 3 months of her business. So she is like a teeny tiny baby coach, and she is in Autumn's group right now. Like she's been doing Control Freak with Autumn in the coach test group. So we asked her about talking, and she's got tons of stress with teaching, but she also said that she would feel way more comfortable speaking to the team if we could give her what we want to know. So maybe once we wrap up here, if you can just drop them into Mike's chat, into Solfit, like, what do you want to know? Like the behind the scenes nitty gritty. She's been sending me some stuff that I've like, when Mike was showing me the packs, I'm like, oh yeah, I saw, like, she's been giving me all the, we're recording. So, but all the kind of good Autumn.
That's what a test, it's no fun.
Yes.
It's no fun being a test group if you can't like share the goods.
Right. So she wants to share that next Thursday, if it's possible, to do a call next Thursday where she will, if she has a list of questions, like ask her anything and she will give you the dirt. But she just wanted to have talking points. Like, what do you want to know? What do you want to know about the workouts? What do you want to know about the process? What do you want to know about what to expect? What do you want to know about her sort of nutrition and the results and the equipment? And she was showing me she can show you in her living room, her track, because she actually has one of the tracks on her front door. And she walked me through how she put it on, because I was kind of panicking, like, what does this look like? Is this going to be impossible for people? But it's so simple. So let's do that maybe next Thursday if we can. And I think that that'll be a good, now that we kind of have the info to get the behind the scenes, and put the questions in the chat anytime during the week when you think of them, so that she can come prepared and feel a little bit more confident on her. It'll be her first team call where she's spoken on a team call. So we can give her lots of support.
I've got a few others from the test group, so maybe
Awesome.
it'll be all different perspectives of it, just so we
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
what it's like. Cool.
That'd be great.
Sweet.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, sorry, I gotta get the names. I'm trying to be better at prizes.
Still waiting, Mike.
I
still
didn't
waiting.
sit here for nothing
I know.
with my death screen.
I know. I'm sitting here naked without freaking Solfit gear. Been waiting
Alright.
since June, but that's okay. It's all good.
Mishka, Joel's back from Africa now, so he's ready to get on a call with you and Michelle. Trey, Krista. Who else? Melinda showed up on it.
I had to take mine off. It was making me dizzy.
So anyone else? Who else I missed? That was it. Okay. Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for that, Mike. That's awesome info.
Oh,
And
Jeff
I'm
too.
pumped.
Gotta get Jeff on there. Jeff just showed
Thanks,
up
Mike.
on a green screen.
Thanks, Mike.
No worries. And I'll
Good
put all
night.
this over there. Later.
Thank you.
See you, Cammy.
Thanks for that info, Mike.
I feel like
Are
it
they
was
good? The kiddos are
Read.
good. They're back in school. Yes.
I
Look at your arms, by the
we-
way.
we moved up to
Where did those pipes come from?
Man.
Wow.
we moved them to a private school, and so it's super small private school, and they
Yeah.
are back in person for
Good.
which is amazing.
it's the best.
Good.
I'll let you guys
That's
chat.
awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta go anyways. I'm sitting in my car. I'm freezing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Good night, guys.
Yeah.
Goodbye, guys.